So hey, what's going on? It is I, on another day that God has blessed me with. He's like, yeah, I'll give you another one. And I'm so thankful, you know. Got kind of bummed out last night because I found out a friend of mine is in hospice care, a guy I used to work with in Detroit. And, you know, this is a guy who was like, he was the epitome of cool for a radio DJ, right? This dude, like, this was in Detroit, and when I worked in Detroit, one time my car broke down in the parking garage across the street from the building I worked in, and so I went and did my shift and stuff. I didn't live that far away. I could have easily walked, but it was wintertime in Detroit. You know how that is, right? So I told him, he was on before I was, and I told him, you know, what happened and stuff, and he says, well, where's your car? And I said, well, it's in the garage across the street. And that was kind of the extent of the conversation. And, you know, it wasn't his problem, it's my problem. I'm a grown-ass man, right? So I get off the air at midnight, and, you know, in the parking garage, it goes down like 3 levels, and I was on the 3rd level. So I was like way down there. And I get down there, and there's a dude standing outside of a truck leaning on it, parked right next to my car. And I'm thinking, man, my car broke down. Now this brother here is going to try and do something, you know. I mean, I didn't know. It's Detroit. I didn't know, right? And so as I get closer, he said, you Tony? I said, excuse me? He said, you Tony? I said, yeah. He says, Doc sent me to fix your car. I was like, huh? He was like, he just laughed. He said, yeah, Doc sent me to fix your car. I said, oh, okay. He goes, you got your keys? I gave my keys, and he popped the hood. You know, we kind of chopped it up a little bit for about 20 minutes, and then my car was working, right? And I said, well, how much do I owe you? He said, it's taken care of. He just looked straight ahead, right? He didn't look me in the eye. We've been looking at each other in the eye, talking to each other when we could, because he was under the hood and stuff, but we were facing each other, right? Like he's right here, and this is me. And I said, how much I owe you? He's like, it's been taken care of. I was like, what the hell, right? I mean, my friend Larry, Doc Elliott, man, God bless him. I hadn't talked to him in a few years, I'll be honest with you, but every time we talked, it was like old times, right? We just kind of picked up where we left off, and he had a girlfriend in Canada, lived in Canada, across in Windsor in Detroit, and I took him home one night to his girlfriend's house, and I'd never been to Canada. I hadn't been working there that long. And I dropped him off like at 1:30 in the morning, because I got off at midnight. I went to a club gig he had, which was another story, because I get to the club like about 12:30, and he says, you hungry? I said, well, I haven't eaten. He says, my man. He talks about my man. And he looks at me, he goes, cheeseburger? Fries? I said, yeah. He said, what you want to drink? I guess he goes, my man, bring this dude a cheeseburger with some fries and a cold glass of water. They were like, right away, sir. I was like, what the hell is that? I was like, what is that? You know, what is that? Anyway, so I dropped him off at his girlfriend's house in Canada. Never been to Canada. Dropped him off at 1:30 in the morning. By the time I got back to my apartment in Detroit, it was 5 because I couldn't find my way back. It was snowing. I couldn't find my way back. It was crazy, man. Doc Elliott, man, may he rest in peace.